The whole world I wait for this. I make the beat drop off.
Morning, nice and decent people. It is good morning from me to you, wherever part of the world you're forward from. Just good morning to you.
Good morning.
From me to you. Big up to everyone. Anyone nervous yet? Anyone getting the semi-final jitters? Big up to Goonerican in the building. What you telling me? Tell me how you feeling about this game, my G. I'm not nervous. Sounds rich with a 1-goal lead, yeah? Against the mighty Chelsea, but I'm not nervous. I am not nervous. I lead the show with this, so it's easy to come back to, and it's easy to clip. But I'm not nervous over this game, and here is why. If he doesn't win this, it's just further proof that he can get over the line. That he can't get over the line. And it will just make it easier for us to get rid of him at the end of the season. Should this go tits up, pear shape, however you look at it. But I am not nervous about it. The marker has been laid down. If you can't get to a final with a head start while you're at home, you'll never get there, brother. You wouldn't. You have a lead. You're at home. You are the favorite. You have to. In the other semifinals that he has failed in, Newcastle last year, you never had a lead, and the second leg was away. Right? Against PSG, you never had a lead, and the second leg was away. Odds are stacked against you. Not an excuse why you didn't get it done, but the odds were stacked against you. Difficult in the second leg, eh? This year, it's the complete opposite. It's been reversed. You have been given bigger, deeper squad that you're not even using. Right? You got depth out the ass. You're up in the fixture, and you're at home. You got to sleep in your own bed last night. You're comfortable. Didn't have to travel. So there's only one, don't want to say one result because a win or a draw gets us through, but only one outcome today is unacceptable, and it's a loss. You draw the game, you win the game, we're in a final for the right to play against Manchester City. And that's where we're at. That's what we're on. That's what we're vibing with. Big up to Goonerican, man. I got to get on with you at some point, maybe when I hit 400 subs. Anytime you're ready, bro. Why wait? Why wait until you get to 400? I get it that you know the numbers can be a magic marker. Let me see where Goonerican is at now. How many subs you at right now, my brother? Oh Jesus! My damn chat room just went mad, you know. As I wait for you absolute legends to come back in here. My chat room just going 374. So yeah, right, you're 26 away. You're right around the corner, but you don't have to wait, my G. You're welcome to hop on here anytime you want. You want to hop on here now? Let me know. I dropped the link in the chat. It is all right. But big up to Bluebird. Big up to the legendary Lynch. What you telling me, Lynch? How you feeling? I'm not nervous. God's honest truth. I am not nervous to the point where I'm not even going to watch today's fixture from the comfort of my own home where I can throw shit or I can break shit and no one will see me have a meltdown. I am going out. I am going out to the pub. I'm going to sit next to some Chelsea man. I'm going to rub elbows with some Chelsea man and have some fun today. Yeah. The onus is on them to win. They have to win. So they have to come out and play football. We see how that works for us. But I'm not nervous. Because like I said, the writing's on the wall. If he can't get to a final from this point, he can't do it. Can never do it. He can't do it at this point. We're meant to believe that he can do it against bigger, better opposition in April and May. Nah. This is a big game for him. This is the first marker, right? A litmus test for him to show that he can actually get over the line. And we're talking about getting over the line. We're talking about getting to a final. We ain't even talking about winning it yet. But that's just how low the bar is. Big up to Wahaha. Legend that he is. I think we will win. I think Rice and Gabriel will command it. Gabriel wants this. Rice wants this. But you know what? Rice and Gabriel, and I'll throw Timber in there as well, have performed at a certain level this season. That's given not just me, but people across the fan base a level of comfort that when these guys are on it, we know they're on it. 8 out of 10 solid in most matches, to the point where they drop a 6, everyone is like, oh, the fuck happened to Timber today? Where was he? You know, he gave us a 6 out of 10. You know, at this point, we'd be lucky and happy and grateful if Odegaard came on and gave us a 6 out of 10 performance. You know what I want? But I'm not. 1 second, people. I'm just responding to a message here. All good. Big up to LFC Monster. Big up, my bro. Big up to the champion of the world. And today's op, man, like Brian said, Chelsea are 3-2 down from the first leg. Like the Dodgers being 3-2 down to the Blue Jays best of 7 series. Final in Toronto. Do you stand up to be counted or fold like a pack of cards? So the thing is, right, in football, in cup competitions, and knockouts, it's slightly different with American sports. Not because it's an American sport or a Canadian with the Blue Jays in this matter. Because in a series, in baseball, in basketball, I always believe the best team will eventually win. Right? In a one-off game like college basketball, it's typically never the best team, or not typically, but you know what I mean. Knockout one-off game. Even in the NFL, knock-off one-off game. The 2 best teams sometimes don't get to the Super Bowl. As a Giants fan, the year we won the Super Bowl in 2008, that Patriots team was levels above us, bruv. They were undefeated. 16-game season, they were 18-0 with the bye, the division round, and the championship game. They're all 16 of their regular season games. They won both their playoff games. And in the Super Bowl, the Giants, which was barely 9-7, we lost like 7 games in the regular season that year, beat them in the Super Bowl. So the point I'm making is the best team don't always win in the NFL, in football, our football that we're talking about in our Arsenal, Chelsea. But in baseball, when there's the best of 7, I always believe the best team eventually wins, right? Because there is no way, if that was a 7-game series, the Giants beat the Patriots. If it's a 3-game series, matter of fact, maybe if it was even a 2-leg home and away, we don't beat them. They had Randy Moss, you know, and Tom Brady, the GOAT. And up until that point, Tom Brady was winning Super Bowl with regular receivers like Deion Branch and them, man. The very first time he got a Hall of Fame receiver undefeated up until that point, regular season, was blitzing everyone. And that same Patriots team had beat us in the final week of the regular season. They had beat us at Giant Stadium, at the Meadowlands. You know? But in a one-off game, we treat today like it's a one-off game. You know? Don't act like you're 3-2 up. Play like you need this. And I think you're through. You're in a final. For the right to play in a final, and you have to assume that Chelsea's going to come at you with everything that they got. Because I look at the lineup right now, I remember Brian yesterday we were talking about the lineup. The projected lineup that I'm seeing on FootMob actually has Garnacho starting. I don't know how you feel about that. It has Kai and Enzo in the middle of the park, shadowing the back four. In front of them, there's Palmer, Gittins, which is I don't see that. I think Pedro Neto starts this game, but it has the lap up top instead of your boy, now Pedro. But it's a strong team. But I look back there and I see Badia Shield. I'm like, oh shit, please start him. Big up to the bro. That's Views. My brother. Legend that he is. Did Uncle Views do another 3-hour stream? Please tell me Uncle Views didn't give y'all another 3 hours. It better be 60 likes over there. Better be a couple of supers. And give you 3 hours of free content, you know. And I get to 2 hours, my eyes are starting to bleed. Man, give you 3 hours of free content. Big up that guy, man. Big up Uncle Views every time. All right, bro. God damn. Oh, shit. Goddamn, bro. Bro made me choke and I'm not even drinking my water yet. Damn. My Icelandic brother, you know, like Prom, if you're coming over for these if you're coming over for the World Cup games, my friend, make sure that you link up. Make sure that we link up. Because I'll buy you a pint. When you're in these United States, your money is no good. We'll link up and I'll buy you a pint. If you drink beer. That's it, you know. Anyone that doesn't drink, I respect it. But you know the mother. Big up, man. I'll give you a round of applause. And another one. Because you're far too kind, my friend. Far too kind. Big up to the General, Darren Martin in the building. Gaza. Big up. You know what? LFC Monster, my guy, yeah? LFC Monster, you are my G. But are you watching on a phone? Are you watching on a tablet? You know, I need you to lean in for a little bit. Lean in for a little bit, my G. Because, you know what? I'm going to let you off the hook today because my settings are off and I can't find my damn slap button. Because I was going to give you a slap for that. No, I found it. Lean in. I give it Chelsea the win and to go on pens. I don't know. Even if it goes to pens, I still fancy us. But that would have been a failure in and of itself. That means we would have lost at the Emirates to Chelsea. To be fair, the last time we lost to Chelsea was at the Emirates, but that was the 2021-2022 season when they had Lukaku and Badi and Pablo Mari in the league. You know, it wasn't a cup game. As I said, I'll be happy to take a 1-1. Gets us in the final, doesn't it? It gets the job done. It fits the bin. It fits the bill. Giants fan, who knew they existed? But they call us the New York Football Giants for a reason, Dr. Seymour Butts. Do not disrespect. You know, we're a little down in our luck right now. You know, don't kick a man while he's down. You know, I could be a Tennessee Titans fan. I just took a dig at someone. 31 of you legends locked in. What are we saying? Are we nervous about the game? For all 30 of you locked in before you came in, I said I am not nervous. For the record, I'm putting it out there. I am not nervous today. I'm fully expected to be in a final March 22nd. Because if he doesn't win today, it's further proof that he can't get over the line. He has a lead and you're playing at home. It's set for you. It's laid out. Big up to Binks. Yep. Even if we play like I think we win. Stay locked in. Stay focused. Chelsea, 90 minutes between you and a final. There's no need for team talk. Big up to Blacks. Big up, my brother. Big up to Gary. I see you, my bro. 1 second. As I do the honors there. Big up to Uncle Views for the raid, man. Manners and respect to Darren. Big up to Rob, chin strap in a jack strap raid. That's mad, you know. Man did another 3 hours still, brother. That brother there, man. So this is next time I see him live, I'm gonna hit him with one of these, bro. I'm gonna hit him with a 10 membership just to piss him off. The legendary pro. Big up, man. Brian, big up to Taryn in the chat. João Pedro, I reckon, will play up top. Esteban is on compassionate leave. Yeah, I hear that, you know. And matter of fact, there is a Chelsea, one of my Chelsea man them is leading with that. You know, I'm not gonna call his name Reese, not Reese James, but Brother Reese. You can't lead with Esteban out. I don't know why you leading with that. If you don't win, yeah, like, well, we didn't have one of our best wingers with. He's talented, you know, but I still think Palmer can do well out wide. Some of his best work has come from out wide. You know, Pedro Neto is hit or miss. If you're on tomorrow at 4-ish, I can hop on with my phone. 4-ish tomorrow, so that's 4-ish UK time. Yeah, I should be on. I should be on around then. But 8-ish, I'm on with Gianni tomorrow because, you know, the broski Gianni is doing content now. Matter of fact, I think I see him in the chat. Yes, I'm on with Gianni tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow at 8. Look out for that. But other than yeah, I should be good for that, Gunarica, man. Just send me a message on Instagram. Yeah, just do it here. It's fine. Chelsea ain't shit. Big up to BX Gunner, man. I don't understand this love affair that Wahaha has with Chelsea, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because you took a Champions League from them, huh? You took them off their hands. Yeah. Hey. Damn, Prone putting in some work. Big up, man. Yeah. Just do safety. Safety first. Make sure you have your steel toe boots and your hard hat. Big up, man. Big up. Fuck Chelsea. We putting them in their box tonight, said BX Gunner. I'm not BX Gunner not worried like me. Now, when I said I'm not nervous, it doesn't mean I'm confident. The end result, the bigger picture of this, that if we are not in a final today, this is a bottle job. Not shying away from it. You can't. You can't. It is. We were up twice. We were up 2-0 or 2 goals clear in the previous fixture. That League Cup game was the second time this year we had an opportunity to put our foot on Chelsea's necks and didn't. Right? We had him in the league when Caicedo broke Marino's foot. Yeah, I'm doing the conspiracy thing. I'm putting it out to that. That Caicedo red card is what really fucked up Marino. It wasn't against United. He's just been playing on it hurt and he can't recover from the shit. Won't heal. But we had that chance to put our foot on their damn necks in that game, let them off the hook with a 1-1 draw. We were 2 goals clear in the reverse fixture. We're up 2-0, we were up 3-1 and did not kill them off. We did not put our foot on their necks. Now, tonight we get a third opportunity, and it would be nice to do it from early and make it a smooth sailing semifinal. Now, what if? We'll get into predictions in a minute, y'all, but what if, just what if we blam Chelsea? Because most of the predictions that I'm seeing across the spaces is 1-1, 2-1. Wahaha is predicting a 3-0 Chelsea, but what if it's a 3-0 Arsenal? What if we actually blam them up 2-0 at halftime and I'm at the pub buying my Chelsea mates a drink? Come on, man, it's on me because you're drowning in your tears over there. What if? Come on, Mikhail. Can you give us a happy Tuesday? You know what I mean? Big up to Gary. Big up to the legend that's Gianni. Arsenal should be winning this game today. Get in. Could be an Oakland Raiders fan. Yeah, you could be. Not the Rich Gannon Oakland Raiders. You know, the Jamarcus Russell Oakland Raiders. Them ones. You know. They're in Vegas now, yeah? I think they're in Vegas now. Yeah, them, man. Big up to Pro, man. Thanks, it's free. Probe is so legendary. Probe is a super sticker to big up the broski. Big him up, man. I'm glad you remembered some of the Titans fan to the Giants fan records together. We still don't make the playoffs. That would make us what, 4? That would make us what, 7 and 10. That is mad, you know. That is crazy. But next year, I think we'll be okay. Not saying we're going to make the playoffs next year because the NFC East is kind of stacked. But shit, man. 10 wins, maybe? Nah. To go from 4 to 10 wins. But John Harbaugh is a good coach, though. So we'll see how it goes. How the hell did you end up a Titans fan, Brian? I want to hear this. I want to hear the story of how you became a Titans fan. Is it Marcus Mariota when they drafted him? Vince Young and that? Is it one of them ones? Are you a Texas Longhorn? Book 'em. And they drafted Vince Young. I think they drafted Vince Young way back in the day. So I don't know. My football knowledge for the past 30 years has become kind of, or my NFL knowledge has gotten kind of blurry. Big up, man. Big up to you, Blacks. Get you a Americano with a vanilla swirl in there for some coffee. We don't recognize the relocation of the. Oh, okay. Oakland forever. If Arteta ran a pub, he wouldn't give us a happy hour, says Rob. You know what? When I lived in the state of North Carolina, right, they had to outlaw happy hour, Rob. It's a military town. You got young soldiers who drink a lot, who used to go heavy on the beer, heavy on the liquor, yeah? So happy hour, they used to go to the bars and just get so drunk because the drinks were so cheap. DUIs, alcohol-related accidents that the state actually outlawed happy hour. I think it's back now. But happy hour, man, them used for what it would cost you to get drunk on a regular day. Happy hour was like a fraction of that, and man, them used to take advantage of it. Crazy. But happy hours be nice, though. Get like a whole pint of Long Island iced tea, for a fraction of the cost. It's mad. Go Packers. Fuck the Bears. Yeah, man. The rivalries in the NFL, I can appreciate. They do rival some of the rivalries in our version of football in the Premiership. Matter of fact, this right here is pretty damn close to Tottenham Arsenal. Packers Bears. It is deep. Vikings Bears. It's deep. Cowboys versus everybody. Like, everybody hate them motherfuckers. Like, I swear to God, the Dallas Cowboys are the Arsenal of the NFL. Like, everyone hates them, but their fan base is massive. They're everywhere. They're like a New Yorker. Like, there's a New Yorker everywhere in the world. You throw a rock from space, it lands on a New Yorker. Or a Jamaican. There is a Jamaican everywhere. Every corner of the earth. You throw a rock in fucking Fiji. There's a Jamaican or a New Yorker within a 50-mile radius. I promise you. Dallas Cowboys. Arsenal. There's so many similarities there. Haven't won in so long. But it's always prime time, always breaking news, always in the news for all the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sprinkle some juju. We can't be having Chelsea in the final. Come on, Arsenal. That's what I'm talking about, the red. I don't know what Wahaha's on. And a man coming here drinking his blue Kool-Aid like he's Chelsea Dan. And speaking of proper Chelsea Dan, there he is. Beloved. What you telling me, Chelsea Dan? You're in the final. You're doing the remontada today. 2 clear goals. Or are you going to go for one and try to take your luck with pens? Not sure, but hey, we're here for it. 26 likes. That's good, man. We haven't hit a half hour yet. We're around 26 likes. I hear it, man. They are tough. Manners and respect. Man, put Arteta in there, you know. Put Arteta in the lineup. Man, say a 7-1-2. This gives us a 1-1, you know, because we can stink house a set piece out of this and get a goal. Put all the defenders on the pitch with Gyökeres, Rice, and Zubimendi. Oh, Anfield and Red. That's a mad comment. Man said he practices proctology, not voodoo. Better off asking Gunarikin to see if he can help with some brujeria in our right now. We need one of our Haitian brothers. We need, you know, them Haitian brothers are nice with the, or not the brothers, them Haitian chicks. If you ever visit New York and bag you a Haitian chick, don't eat from her. Take her out to eat somewhere. Do not go to her house and eat, or you will never leave. You know, especially if she know you got some money. She will tie your ass with some voodoo. You know them ones. That already know what me I talk about. The first season I watched the NFL when Washington won the playoff, I started to pick a team that was going to win, and I picked Washington. Okay. Rodri was so right by the refs. Oregon City. Robo was not onside versus them. Silva was not offsides. Wolves, Doku, and was the same for all the fouls versus you in the last 3 years. Brother, it's rich. It's very rich coming from him and them, especially Rodri, who programs himself and try to come off like he's a mentality monster. Well, the number one rule for mentality monsters is you never make excuses. This is what I mean when I say like the captain, extension of the coach. Because I'm not sure if Rodri's wearing an armband, but he is a leader in that team. And Pep came out and said the same shit. So whenever we see Odegaard come out and say dumb shit, you know he's just echoing what the manager says. I don't know what them men are on. You know, we've seen Jeremy Doku. We've seen Jeremy Doku put his damn foot in the middle of McAllister's chest and a pen was given, but the refs are against him. What these men on, bro? You know, pick up the home slice. Pro him out here doing this thing. That was be wise words, man. I tried. Chelsea Dan say, big up. We play our best teammate. We win. We haven't played our best 11. Our injured or suspended mates, big up. But let Garnacho score 2. Yeah, we let Garnacho score the same goal twice, man. Essentially, he scored from the same spot twice. The problem is, I don't want Timber at left back today. I don't. Because Garnacho was so free and so open because Timber was playing left back and he came from the Garnacho's on the damn other side. Today, either you play Hincapié and Calafiore and you split 90 minutes between them, but do not play Ben White. I know this is a cup game, but you play your strongest fucking team, bro. This is the semis. A final is on the line. Do not fuck about. You know? But if I'm looking at your squad, I'm looking at Caicedo, I'm looking at Palmer, unless he has this customary I'm coming to the Emirates flu. You have Palmer, you have Caicedo, you have Enzo, you have João Pedro, you have Reece James. So the excuses, the injury excuses can't run. So, and I know Brian ain't running those excuses. So, Dan, I'm not hearing that. You have enough. You are the champion of the world, Craig. Not just of London, but of the world. Rodri and Pep are washed. So that makes sense. They reflect each other. It's a poor take, isn't it? It's a very poor take from Rodri. The refs are against us. Like, brother, you men have gotten the benefit of so many calls over these years. You know, Garnacho is trash. What makes it stings even more that he scored twice on us, man. He scored the same goal twice from the same spot. Someone fell asleep back there. You know, and our defense is robust when Timber is at right back. We weaken our defense when we play him anywhere else. Mikel knows this. I don't know why he's making a meal out of it. Like, why weaken your defense, bro? You know, you have an abundance of picks at left back. And even surely he probably wouldn't trust Skelly going up against Palmer on the right side, or Neto on the right side, or even Esteval. But you have in Capier, you have Calafiore available because they've been playing games. So what's the problem? Today we should be G to G, good to go. Garnacho is a different player in the Cups, especially in the latter rounds. Yeah, he did knock Liverpool out. Yeah, he did. He sure did, innit? Hussam had a complete meltdown on the internet. And that was I think they ended Liverpool's with that FA Cup win, because Liverpool just fell off the rails after that one. But Washington all refused to play. Washington play in red. I refuse to support a team the next season. Oh, okay. I got it now. In blue. Bro, you should have been a Giants fan then, brother. The Houston Oilers, Okay. Yeah, the New York Giant blue is literally the just like the background here, just the Chelsea blue. There's still room, man. You can come on over, but the Houston Oilers tell me you've been around for a while. So, yeah, big you up. Darren don't fuck with the NFL at all. It's a massive sport, man. It's the NFL, like the American football, brother. That shit is. You have the NFL, and in some parts of the country, you have college football as the next biggest sport. You can legitimately make an argument that college football rivals the NBA and Major League Baseball in certain parts of the country. Is definitely bigger than fucking hockey. In the States, though, not in Canada. Trying to give the damn football to this fuckery sport. They kick it once a game. So what's your defense is trash if Garnacho is scoring on you. So I go back to another NFL analogy. And this is the thing, right? When BBK Sports, there's so many references I can use to debunk fuckery. Just like fuckery like this, what Wahaha is on. The 2002 Super Bowl, the Oakland Raiders, Doc. You remember them? The Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the Super Bowl. The Oakland Raiders, bad boy defense. Tampa Bay blew them out. I think it was like 48 to something. They got to the Super Bowl with their bad boy defense. Just because you have a good defense don't mean anyone can score. But with all the super attackers that are at Man United, right? Cunha and Sesko the Great and Mbeumo and all these, man, with that blistering attack. Arsenal's dead attacker scored more goals than you. I love numbers because you can manipulate them to tell any story you want them to tell. Do you believe the rumors that Odegaard fell out with Arteta? Hell no. Nope. I haven't even heard that, and I don't even think that's possible. Fell out because he benched him. Matter of fact, if Arteta took Odegaard out the firing line and we won games, we're winning games. We won at the San Siro. We won versus Leeds 4-0. If that's why they fell out, then, let's run this story about his poor attitude. Because that's what would happen to any other player who falls out with the manager if they get benched. And if he has poor attitude and poor character, sell him. Matter of fact, sell him yesterday. Sell him like Chelsea sold Madueke the day before the final. Matter of fact, don't sell him yesterday. Let's get to the final first. Can't even sell him. The damn transfer window is closed, isn't it? But you know what I'm saying. What I was gonna say is the final is on March 21st, March 22nd. Sell him the day before the final on March 21st, just to make a statement. But yeah, we don't even need you going into a final. Bringing up painful memories. Right now, we got a lot of them. We got a lot of them supporting Arsenal. I got a lot of them supporting the New York Knicks. I got a lot of them supporting the Giants. I got a few here and there supporting the Yankees. When we were up 3-1 against the Red Sox and let them man come back 3-1 and beat us. That was the first time it's been done in baseball history. It's mad. You can't tell a Texan college football ain't the biggest sport. 100%. Texas, Oklahoma. Like when I lived in OKC, one of the reasons why the Thunder Arena used to be called Chesapeake Energy Arena at the time was so well supported because the entire state is divided. The entire state of Oklahoma is divided. You have the Oklahoma State Cowboys, and then you have the University of Oklahoma Sooners. You support one or the other because there's no professional football team in Oklahoma. But the basketball team, everyone united behind and supported them. So, yeah, Texas, Oklahoma, parts of Florida like Gainesville. You know, football is in the NFL. College football is king. Welcome to the Mod Squad, he said. Big up AJ, man. Are the most valuable team. At least we don't support them. Yeah, they are. And that's the thing. Like Jerry Jones knows that. Puts on a show, puts on a spectacle. That man could be 2-20. It's only 17 games, but I'm being hyperbolic to make a point. And they would still get a primetime game. Just like the New York Knicks that I support have been shit for years. You can't get a season ticket to the Knicks, bro. The Knicks could be 1-82, 1-81 for an 82-game season. There'll be 19,161 people in the Garden for any given game. It could be a dead rubber game playing the Charlotte Hornets. It's packed. But yeah, listen. The task at hand, don't lose today. You're in a final. Mikhail, how clear is it? If he finds a way to put this in a bottle, what will they say then? Like, let's put on our thinking caps for a second, yeah? Let's put on our Top Gooner Excuse Express hats and say at the end of today, breaking news on Sky Sports or YouTube goes into a meltdown because Chelsea to the Emirates and knock us out to get to a final after being 1-0 down going into today's match, after being 2-0 down twice at home or 2 goals behind twice at Stamford Bridge and still get to a final before us. How would we spin this? We're Top Gooners in this moment. How do we spin this? How do we put a positive on this? Yeah. If you are a positive Dan, if you're a Christian, you know, if you're Robbie Lyle, if you're Lyle, if you're what's his brother name? The other fucking Lowry. If you are the Korean brother, you know, if you're all the man that sits on the side that's positive, you know, if you're the people in my Reno group chat who refuse to watch this channel because I'm too hard on Arteta, and them tell me I can't watch your channel, you're too hard on Arteta, well, fuck off, bro. I don't have to like the manager. You know, there's enough content creators that glaze Arteta. You can go watch them. My love for Arsenal is greater than my hate for Arteta. And hate is a strong term. I just used it in that phrase because it's, you know, love and hate. But what will we say? Put on our Top Gooner hats. What will we say? What excuse, what rhyme or reason could we possibly come up with that could justify us not getting to a final? Tall nasty with FSU, but they cheeks these days. Yeah, FSU. That's the Seminoles, right? Florida State Seminoles. That's the Jameis Winston boys. The U, man, they're back in the national spotlight again. Ohio State Buckeyes, Michigan. These places, college football is spread out. It's mad. Smash up the likes, people. Appreciate the like count today, people. Y'all are vibing. Love it. The ball. Yo, Footy Bands, what you tell me about that? Man said the ball, you know. The air in the ball. Yeah, because this is a different ball, isn't it? According to Mikhail. We have to adapt. And Chelsea are playing with a different ball than we're playing with. That is absolute madness. I like that one though. A big up to Footy Bands. Bigger fish to fry. Oh shit. This one. I could see this, you know. I could see, and you know who I could see saying this? He's actually one of the most respected Arsenal fans in this space. Turkish. Because Turkish is on record saying many, many times that he don't rate the League Cup. I don't rate the League Cup. If we lose it, I won't feel any type of way. So should we lose this today and everyone is having a meltdown, I'm sure when the Big Six comes back, everyone will be trolling Turkish, but he won't care because he says he doesn't rate this. Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry. We're still on for the treble. Ooh, that one. That's the one I think they're going to run. They won't say bigger fish to fry because that one has historical stigma around it from Robbie. You know, we got bigger fish to fry because it's all in our hands. Remember them ones? So that's what it will be. We will just adjust from the quad is on to the treble is still on. 6 points clear. Finished top of the Champions League 8 for 8, and we got Wigan in the 4th round. Yeah, I can definitely see that being run. Bigger fish to fry. Big up to Rob. As for Arteta, anything is possible with that clown. Anything is possible today, and everything is acceptable other than a loss. You don't put this in a bottle today. We are in a final. I just play the game, not the occasion. Because Chelsea's not going to play the occasion. Chelsea just sees, hey, we're playing Arsenal. They feel aggrieved by the 1-1 performance. That's why they never gave up when they were 2-0 down. United had their chance to put a curveball in our season, and they did that. Chelsea would love nothing more because there are many people who actually believe that we get knocked out of this, whether it's this game or lose the final to City, could derail our season. Oh dear, you all locked in, man. Big up. Welcome to Waffle Don. Big up, my bro. We still up for the treble. Godfrey, I swear I didn't see this. That's what it is. I didn't even see this before I said that. But yeah, this would be it. The ball, bigger fish to fry. We're still on for the treble. And then because the one that we're still on for the treble, it's like a living excuse. Living excuse means it can be modified as you go along. So we're still on for the treble, and then they can switch it and say we're still on for the double when another one goes. We're still on for this, we're still on for that. Now, if we happen to be still on for the double, and the double is the Premier League FA Cup, hey, no complaints there. But still, I need this. I need this one. Arteta hadn't spoke to his wife in 3 days. Is that a report? You know, that Cotterhill on oh my God, that guy, yeah. Yesterday on deadline day, one of the reasons that he gave that Arsenal may be signing someone is that Mikel Arteta was late to his press conference, and he is never late. So he's possibly on the phone talking to someone behind the scenes. He's late. So that's an indication that Arsenal are doing business. I was like, this guy, man. If that's not a reach, I mean, bro, you're going to tear your rotator cuff reaching like that, trying to fucking, keep Arteta's name in the spotlight on deadline day when it was clear that it was going to be a quiet transfer window. I really think Ethan could have helped us tonight. Right wing depth, we have any? No. Saka's injured. It's only Nani over there. But our friend Matiti, who's coaching Chelsea and does content on the side, you don't get to twerk for City today. You have to do it yourself. DIY. You have to knock us out yourself. You can't look at City or Villa or anyone else to do your dirty work for you today. You have the chance to stop Arsenal from getting to a right to play for a trophy on March 22nd. Yeah, the ball. I want to be able to prepare for the excuses that would come if we fuck this up. That way we can just debunk them as they pop up. Just knock them out like bowling pins. We never wanted the Carabao anyways. Yeah, Turkish will say something like this: that I don't rate the League Cup. We play football, right? Sometimes when we go Sunday League, it's just a pickup game. We're not even playing for a trophy. It's just 22 men on the pitch kicking ball. There's no trophy at stake. We're not being paid, but hey, we get up for the game and we compete. So you put 11 footballers on the pitch to compete, whether there's a semifinal or not, there will be your competitive juices as an athlete kick in. Whether it's a small trophy, a bigger fish, and all them something there. But I'm still, with all this being said, all the excuses that I'm asking for that they could possibly use, I'm still not nervous because at kickoff is at kickoff is at 12 my time. You know, standard streaming time we usually use UK time, so we'll say 8 p.m. So at 9:30, 9:35 p.m. UK time, you know, Arsenal fans all around the world should be celebrating getting to a final for the first time in 6 years. It's mad. Hey. Brother, what the hell time is it? That's a man eating this heavy, this early, you know. Darren, so y'all go and brother. Saka will miss the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Chelsea tonight with a muscular injury believed to be around his hip. Yeah, fully expected him to be out today. You know, that's why 2 streams ago I'm saying, look how quickly I'm getting annoyed over the Ethan thing. Because now Noni Madueke is the only winger, or the only right winger that we have. And we let Ethan go, who played there last year and played well there. It take long. I mean, however, the injury is not as serious, and the hope is Saka will be fit to play Tottenham on February 22nd. You know, we've seen him being rushed back before, yeah? We've seen that. Against Real Madrid, that boy was nowhere near 100%. But because he scored at the Bernabeu, we forget that he was rushed back. Gonna be relying on set pieces again with no Saka. Gotta hope Rice get his crossing boot on tonight. I would say this for Madueke. When Rice is delivering his set pieces, bro, they are spot on these days. It's like a cheat code. You know what I mean? It's like a Steph Curry 3 when Rice is delivering. He's putting them on the money. Nani is hit or miss. Nani either puts him in the net, puts him in a dangerous spot, or hits the first man. And he hits the first man way too often for me. Let's be honest, all Arsenal fans will be over the moon with just the league win this season, similar to us last season. Yeah, damn right. Yeah, most people are of the opinion that, because I even asked my brother Waffle Don, forego every other trophy to guarantee the Premier League. And he was like, yeah, it's 22 years is a long time, you know. This is our longest drought in our club's history without a Premier League title. It is. You know, Chelsea went 50 years. 50. Liverpool went what, 31? 30, 31? 22 years is our longest drought. Brother, that's go straight to sleep. Doc, you about to get the itis, my friend. Bet you Nelly will start over Nani on the right side. Mikel is that petty. You know what? I think if Nani came on, I think if he took Saka off in the reverse fixture and brought on Nani, we might have scored another goal. Against his former team, Nani will be up for this game. More so at the Emirates, you know, because the 10 Chelsea fans that are going to be there booing him, you know, we'll have 60,000 drowning him out. But I think Nani starts today. I think Nani starts. I think Gyökeres starts. Now, there are 2 lineups floating around, yeah? And just for content's sake, and if I were going to place a bet on who starts, I was looking at the 2 lineups. One of them has Martinelli, Jesus, Madueke as the front 3, Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard as the midfield 3, Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White, and Kepa in goal. I don't believe this one. I don't think Ben White starts tonight. I understand why they would want to say it, but I don't think that one is all the way. I think Raya starts. Now, the other one that's on FootMob has Raya starting, Timber at right back. All right? It's the best there. Saliba, Gabriel, Nketiah instead of Calafiori, Zubimendi, Rice, Havertz, in the 10. Madueke right wing, Trossard and Gyökeres. So there are stark differences. They have different goalkeepers, different fullbacks, different midfields, different strikers. You know? So in about what? In about 3 hours, we will have the answer. Bigger fish to fry. Yep. Just want to be ready for the excuses. If we lose, the players will get so unsettled in that dressing room. Yeah. The lip reading of Declan Rice, fucking shit every time. You know, that spilled over on the pitch. And the cameras caught him. They might catch him again tonight. Because I don't know if the emotion that would be around this. I'm curious to see the energy in the stadium. And these match-going fans, yeah. I better not be seeing empty seats on minute number 80. That shit pisses me off, man. In games that are close at the Emirates, I'm seeing empty seats being blamed on London traffic. Stop. Tonight's game is about mentality. Simple as. We can't be choosy when we haven't had anything in our hands. 6 years. 100%. Cooking today, Banks. If we don't go through tonight, it will be on Arteta to prove he can't get to the finals. And that's how I led the show, Waffle Don. I led with, so I can go back and clip it easily. I am not nervous. Because we will have the answer tonight, whether or not. The odds against you last year in all the semifinals. Deficit going away. Today you have a lead and you're at home. No excuses. I'm going to the game, BBK. I swear I don't even want to see Odegaard out of the corner of my eye. He's gonna come on and be trying to rise it up, motherfucker. You perform. Let's you tell him. But yeah, Binks, take some of that good luck down there. Might need it, even if it goes to Pence. Remember, there's extra time and there's pen. There is extra time. There is or there isn't. I've heard both. And I'm too lazy to go look it up. I don't even care. You're at home with a 1-0 lead. It shouldn't go to that. With a 1-goal lead, it shouldn't even get to that. You know. This is not Real Madrid in the Champions League for remontada. You know. This is the boys across London. We're leading. Kepa is starting because it's a cup. We've seen many times managers, coaches will use the cup keeper up until a point. But when you come up against Wigan, you come up against Port Vale, you can get away with it against Brighton and Palace. But when you get to the final against another Premier League team, you start your best keeper. You know. Now, if it goes to pens, maybe Kepa is the better choice. You know, I'm not really bothered there. I'm really worried about the Ben White thing because it's a cup and he's been playing Ben White. You put Timber on the left side. No. Fuck all that, man. You can give Ben White some minutes, but start Timber to make sure that we get a lead or a buffer. Start your best right back. Lock it off. That's the lineup. Definitely not Kepa tonight, you know? Kepa kind of was to blame for that. Well, part of the blame for that second goal that we conceded. Kepa wasn't blameless there. We are pulling a Liverpool against Palace. If we lose, sack him on the pitch. Get Rene in the men's job to win the Prem. I hear it. I have to pull up on the 23 years being the longest period. It's actually about 44 years for Arsenal. Now, I think this period has been our longest. I've been to 10 games at the Emirates, 3 men, 7 women. I've never left the game early. Yeah, it annoys me when I see that, bro. You know, because we go to Signal Iduna Park in Germany. There are 81,000 people in there, and they could be 5-0 down. They do not leave. You know what I mean? They stay. I can't speak on the captain today, says Boy 10. I say something bannable. Nah, brother. You won't get banned here, I promise you. We didn't ban you for the Q word. So it's a free space. Tell it like you see it, my G. Windows closed, slam shut. Yeah, no, so I don't even want to see soccer for that Tottenham game. I wish they would stop putting like timelines. The timeline is you're fit, you're healed, or you're no longer injured. You have a little nigga. You can play hurt, little nigga here. But you see, like the Mateta thing, they're saying that man needs surgery, right? So Palace go break the transfer record for a striker. So now Mateta doesn't have to pay while he needs surgery. That's how you look after your players. You know what I mean? Is there extra time now in the semis? I thought it was straight depends. I've heard both. Now I'm gonna have to research. I'm gonna have to look. But Carabao. Pen shouldn't even be on our minds. It shouldn't. Big up, Wesley. We are finished. We are losing this game. Damn. Remember, it's the ones that we normally go in as favorites that we lose expeditiously. Darren agrees. Yeah, when you expect the Arsenal to do something, the bed. But the thing is, yeah, I don't know why I'm so relaxed, Maybe it's because at the end of tonight's game, we will be A, in a final, or B, Arteta will be further exposed. Either one. Calm with. Because the treble is still on if we fuck this up. Right, Boy 10? Kepa can't start. This isn't about Kepa's redemption story. I could give a fuck. I hear you. Who are you, says Doc, and what have you done to the real Boy 10? Hey, Boy 10, Boy 10 is starting to sound like he's anxious about the trophies like we are, and is ready to crash it on Arteta. Remember Kepa in a penalty shootout versus Liverpool, how he challenged VVD to score the side of the goal he was standing on. I'm really thinking about Raya. And you remember Raya versus United last year in the FA Cup when he was diving 2 days early. Like Raya turned himself into a meme last year, bro. Man he didn't do any scouting on who's kicking where or who's gonna do what. Bro just went up there and be like, I'm gonna dive to the left and I'm gonna dive early. Under Xerxes pen, Xerxes was still walking up to the ball. Raya was already on the ground. That's mad. That Garnacho's second goal may have sent Chelsea to the final. The commentary said that. When he scored, they said, how important over the two legs will that goal prove to be? Tonight, we will know. Yeah. Yeah, what Nems did was criminal, man. That is unforgivable. I don't know how you can pretend to support another team, but I just, that's like taqiyya in Islam. For anyone who knows what I'm talking about, they know. I don't talk about the quad for us to get into a position to start it and for someone in the camp to fumble it. It's not rocking size out there. So, Boy Tendo went out there and put his neck on the line for this fucking manager. So this is what I guess, Boy 10, you're relaxed just like me. Because at 9:30 p.m. UK time, we will know if the quad is still on or if Mikel is still the bottler. Because this would be a bottle job. We have to keep it 100. We were up by 2 clear goals twice. And we're still up. We're at home. Get it done. And when Kepa did his Harry Kane impression and set the ball into the sky, that was. I still got the receipts, This isn't the Mars mission. just select right and go, and we don't have to reinvent football. Win the fucking game. Just win the fucking game, guys. So we invented the bubble. Remember checking the Europa League final. Ex-Chelsea players don't seem to do well against Chelsea. Kepa starts. We've got a problem, in my opinion. Expeditiously, like T.I. I think T.I. made a mixtape called Expeditiously, you know. Binks went and did the work for us and said extra time comes in at the semifinal stage of the Carabao. What a bore. Okay, yeah. 15 extra minutes of Mikhail football. Who wants that? Chelsea wants that. If it goes to extra time, it means they have scored and, you know, they're not dead. They still have a pulse. But if Chelsea score first and the momentum shift, how does Arsenal react to that? Now, perfect scenario, we go all up. Now they need 2 goals. That's when I can sit at the pub and start giving it to, you know, my Chelsea mates. Break the bottle. Dash that thing on pitching. I wish I had a break the bottle sounds on my soundboard. That wouldn't have been a dope little ad lib there, but I don't. I need to do better. If we flop against Chelsea at the Emirates, crash out will be generational. I will be back later. I will be back around 11 p.m. UK time. That's about 3 p.m. my time. After the game, I have a little ceremony to go to. I am getting an award presented to me today, even though I'm on transition terminal leave. That's why, you know, I got the damn beard thing going. I'm getting an award presented to me today at 2:00. So after the game, I'll be a salty son bitch, or I'll be over the moon. Like, we're in the final, boys. He is allergic to finals. He better take his goddamn Benadryl before he walk out on the sideline today, because we need this. I need this. Give the job to Earpad Albert for the rest of the season if we are someone in the final for the Carabao. Start talking now, TT. All right, I don't want TT at this club because I don't want to have to turn on him. You know, AJ's been big on giving it to Renee. I hear him. And simple decisions is not astrophysics. But if Arteta can complicate it, if you'll try, yeah, he won't just make the straight line breaking pass. He needs a triangle. You know, stinky win all day long, stinky draw all day long. Breaking news: CR7 could return to Manchester United for one last dance. Please do that. Big up Gunnar SC. Love, bro. I'd love this. I would love that. Let him go there and completely upset the apple cart. Yeah, man, it's my retirement award, Binks. You know, so you see these plaques behind me. Oh, the sound went out there. These plaques behind me. I'll leave if you're not looking at the screen right now. So whenever you leave a unit, they usually give you, like, especially when you get to the senior ranks, they give you all type of memorabilia to thank you for your service and all that stuff. So the one that I'm getting today will be my final one, and it will encompass everything I did between 2001 and 1 March. All of it is going to be together. So, matter of fact, I will show it. I will present it along with my retirement certificate later when I stream. But big up. Yeah, man, big up, AJ. Big up. But now, people, predictions. What are we saying? Arsenal versus Chelsea. 8 p.m. kickoff, is it? At the carpet. They got everyone except for Estevao fit. We got everyone except for Saka, Dalman, Mikel Merino is fit and available for selection. One manager who is 6 years on the job. One manager who is 6 games on the job. Yeah? Who wins? We'll see. Now, what's going to happen is, should we put this in a bottle tonight, Borte? You know what's going to happen? What's going to be trending across the spaces will be, what phase is Rosenior in? What phase is Liam in? And that That's something that we have to be careful over here on this side, right? And here's why I say that, right? When Oliver Glasner wins the FA Cup, it applies. That's appropriate. What phase is he in? Cool. He won an FA Cup. When Eddie Howe wins the League Cup, what phase is he in? When some random manager, when Daniel Farke has some random win, and then the hashtag what phase is Daniel Farke in, it's stupid. And we need to stop that. Whatever, it's a meaningless win that doesn't directly lead to a trophy being lifted. We need to stop that shit. Because now we sound like the Top Gooners praising him for shit that he doesn't really deserve to be credited for. We have to keep our criticism valid. Yeah? So that energy will be ready and be trending across the spaces. Did I just miss a comment? Renee might be a bit too progressive, to be honest. Don't think we're ready for it. You know, sometimes you have to push the agenda, innit? Sometimes you have to kick the door in. If we put our strongest squad, that doesn't include Kipper and Pillowfoot, I think 2-1. If Arteta sets up shop from minute 1, it'll be long, could go to pens. Do we like going to pens? No, I don't want to go to pens. The thing is, Arteta, you know that Chelsea have to score a goal. What you can't do is create an environment that's conducive for them to score goals. And by that, I mean, sit back and invite pressure. If you sit back and invite pressure for someone to come score a goal against you over 90 minutes from minute 1, like Doc says, chances are you're playing with fire. Don't play with the fire. You're 40-something years old, Mikhail. You're 40 plus. Don't be playing with fire out here. I would be interested in Renee, but you have to sell her to the rest of the fan base. And specifically managing men, it's different. It is different. But you know, it's 2025, isn't it? Oh Jesus, 2026. Progressive. Like if you can fly an airplane, you can fly an airplane, isn't it? If Odegaard starts, 2-0 Chelsea. So if he doesn't, it's 1-1 and we're off Wembley. Even with the Odegaard tax, we still have a chance. We are lackluster after a big win. That's true. That's true. You know, and I'm sure Binks, we wouldn't have to sell Binks on Renee managing the squad. You know, I think Binks would be completely in favor of it. Inversely, Arteta wasn't sold to the fan base. He just imposed upon us. Yeah. I hear it. The ref going to be important if Chelsea are allowed to kick, punch, and bite with no bookings. We could end up like PSG. The shin kicker, yeah? If they let Caicedo do the Rodri thing, you know, Rodri gets to foul and foul and foul. And in the 80th minute, when you have a break on him, he pulls your shirt and then gets a yellow. Should have been booked in the 28th goddamn minute. We didn't. And then he wouldn't be allowed to do that now, would he? You know? That's how he got himself sent off against Bodo. He forgot he wasn't in the Premier League with Premier League protection. I'm not even talking about full time. Rene would be to the end of the season. Okay, gotcha. Big up to Jacques Cousteau with his late ass showing up to the party late. That's fucking Richie, bro. Maybe till the end of the season. What happens with the women's team though? Promote from within. Odegaard to get subbed at halftime if he starts. Oof. Shit. Now, I touched on this yesterday, people. Now that we got 50 people in the house, I'm not sure how many people saw it yesterday, but I'm saying if Arteta has a problem, y'all, because if he doesn't start Odegaard tonight, he can't start him in the final. Now you have a problem with your captain in a final. We talk about big games. A game doesn't get bigger than a final, or does it? Is there a game of football that's bigger than a final? Where you win this and you get this trophy to take home. There is no bigger game. Now imagine a world where you have a fit captain and you're in a final and he's not starting. He's fully fit. So it's not being rotated or benched through injury. There's no rotation in a goddamn final. You start your best players and your captain should be one of your best players. So for that reason, I believe he starts Odegaard. I do. That's why my prediction is 1-1. Off the Wembley we go. But he starts today. He starts. He absolutely starts. I don't see a world where he don't start as captain in a semi-final, which is a big game at home. He does. Sorry, boy 10, but he will. He must. What do you think, though? How do you start your captain? How do you not start your captain in a final? So if he doesn't start tonight, I don't see him starting in the final. Big problems for Mikel. Big decisions, I mean. You can not start him and protect him and say he got a niggle or something. Protect him that way. Big up to Jacques and big up. Yeah, they do have the Champions League to defend there, AJ. Renee came with a CV to get her job. Arteta didn't. So if there was a fair competition, she would have been hired. Hear it. And that's why representation matters. I appreciate that, Binks. I definitely wanted to hear your thoughts on that, as a woman who consumes a lot of football, how you see the gender thing. So appreciate that. If it's an uncomfortable conversation for you, you don't have to, but thank you for that. Who would you prefer in the final, Revenge or the Big Blue Tadpoles? We're from the Sharks to the Tadpoles, At this point, Monster, it's not even a preference because it's gonna be City. There's no remontada going on, And then Newcastle can hurt us in a one-off, but in a final against Wembley, at Wembley, I close my eyes and it's whoever, because I've seen us beat so many teams that were clearly better than us at Wembley. Even the Man City team we beat in the semis to get to the FA Cup in the final, the FA Cup in 2020, they were better than us. So at this point, it's one of the two, but it's more likely going to be City. Hopefully the Tadpoles can just take it on the fin again. Yeah, Newcastle, of course, says AJ. Well, if he doesn't get to the final, he doesn't have the Odegaard problem. If he starts him tonight, that could prevent us from getting to the final. But I am very worried about, because he likes the optic and the PR and messaging. He likes messaging. He was sending a message to all of us with a giant middle finger after Tony said what he said about his captain, and he wants to win his way. But how do you not start your captain in the semifinal, then start him in the final? You know what I mean? On women managing the men's game, I wanted Emma Hayes to manage the men's team from the women's team before she got the US. Yeah, I'm not against it, brother. It's 2026. Like I'm saying, when you walk onto an airplane and you see a female pilot, you don't panic. But overall, in general, women pilots make up like a tiny percent because women just aren't interested in aviation at all. It's just Dr. What's his name? Dr. Jordan Peterson wrote literature on this type of shit. But if you know how to fly your airplane, you know how to fly your airplane. If you know how to coach, you know how to coach. The same way I'm saying, see how the FA only hires English referees and just ignore the rest of the talent pool in the world. You're missing out some of the best referees because you're only hiring English refs. It could be missing out on some of the best football minds if you only limited to the fellas. You know what I mean? Got you. All right, bro. Got you, Binks. Love for that. Big up to the Don. I know Don ain't starting Gyökeres today. Oh, all right. Who you starting to lead the line today, Don? You go with the Gabby J, or you going with the Yuck? Either way, whichever one start up front, my G. We're celebrating in the final. We will be back here later saying, "Come on, City. Come on, Newcastle." Maybe Odegaard will have a mystery. And that's how you protect them. NFL coaches, basketball coaches do this all the time in American sports, Binks. When there's a player who people are going to ask about and you don't want to play him, back injury, a niggle. Like Jacques Vaughn did this with Ben Simmons when he was at the Brooklyn Nets And he wasn't in their plans because shit can't shoot, has a mental block. They just said he was injured and just dressed him up in street clothes every night. You know, roll your ankle doing warm up or something, Odegaard. Come out on the team sheet, roll your ankle, do a soccer. You know, pre-warm up injury. No matter how badly Mikel sets this up, I need the players to give me a free kick moment against Real Madrid if the coaching staff. And you know what? I like this comment, Jacques, because regardless of what Mikel put out there, like you just said, those players on the pitch it's up to us, regardless of the manager's instructions and all this shit. We're going to be the ones on the pitch on March 22nd. So let's just 90 minutes. Let's do our thing. Who has the gall? Who had the intestinal fortitude to go against Lord Mikel? Not like he can sub off all 11 of y'all. And when you do go rogue and get to the final, what's he going to say? Norgard can start. I think he will do well. I think he'll come on later in the game to shore up, you know. Yo, this right here is, listen, this is the Boy Ted energy that we want to see and shit, yeah? The quad father. I want to be apologizing to Boy Ted saying, right, I didn't see that coming. But this is a mental injury. He does have a mental block. He does. Something wrong. Something to right. Odegaard. Safe pass merchant. No. Today, the task at hand, do not lose. You're in a final. How about it? How about it, Mr. Odegaard? Oh, my days. But big up, people. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into the BBK therapy session this morning. It's love. It's always love. I appreciate y'all. Free it on yourself. Yeah? Big up. Manners and respect every time. We will be back later, people, because after we check in the game, it's game day. Lots to discuss after the game. You know, it's the Arsenal. We will have content. Yeah? So big up every single one of you. Manners and respect every single time. It's love. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are.
Mac, I'm gone now.
I got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in there, B-Mac, we running this rap shit.
I put your soul in ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost the rest.
Anything goes when we ride.